I've tried over the years to run and build several businesses, I suppose. The longest running one was my training studio in Shanghai, where early on I was focused on kind of fitness and martial arts training, and later on weightlessness, my mind-body methodology. And so business was always a central focus for me, at least for the last decade. And it's something that over that time I had a lot of clients who were highly successful business people, some of them, entrepreneurs from the ground up, some of them struggling, some of them highly successful. You get to see a lot of patterns, and you also get to see, from my perspective, why people are drawn to mind-body training, and specifically some of the skills and tools that I would teach so that they would be better at what they do. And one of those points is meditation, right? There are several points, but meditation is an indispensable tool for those people that start to take it on and understand the value of it, especially for people in fast-moving, fast-changing environments like entrepreneurship. And why might that be? So, look, as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of stuff that we think we know. Every entrepreneur starts with assumptions about the market. We hopefully come with a set of skills and insights that allow us to add value in other people's lives, right? That's kind of the central focus of building a business, generating a product, is that how can I help somebody else? And the better that I get at doing that, the quality of the product, the quality facilitation and sales process and all this stuff becomes central to that conversation. But then there's reality, right? There's the way that reality communicates that back to you, because the entrepreneur or the business is going to have assumptions about that reality. You're going to have some idea of how to approach the market. You're going to have assumptions about who the people are that might be your customers, assumptions about how your product meets the market, how to get in front of them. So many. The market very quickly, as soon as you start to interact, gives you very quick feedback. And this is where shit hits the fan. This is where chaos opens up, and you need to be extremely gritty, resilient, and adaptable. And the adaptation component, right? I would say that the grit component should come from training, physical training, certain aspects of mind-body training, but the adaptability is what comes from meditation. So in some of the other videos, I talk a little bit about neuroplasticity and why habitual thought and action actually makes you more firmly rooted in the past, right? So we think a certain way, we act a certain way. Every time we think the thought, do the thing, we get better at doing that, whether it's good or bad, but it lays down more kind of concrete neural pathways that make us better at being that type of person. Now imagine how advantageous that could be if you are lucky enough in business that you know what you got to do. Those habits are good habits. Market responds and says, yeah, we like what you're doing, do more of it, we want more, and you're able to manage that and grow it into a business. It's important to know that most people don't survive the earlier stages of entrepreneurship. It's really fucking hard to build a business. It's really hard to build a team, to build a quality product, to understand, especially now, modern sales and social media. A lot of complexity in this domain. So what we have then is these two sides, and the fixed type of mindset works particularly well if you know your shit, if you're a serial entrepreneur, and if you've been successful. Most of us, though, are tinkering our way through that process. We're trying to take a little bit of advice from here, a little bit from there. We're trying to apply it. We're trying to come up with our own assumptions and methods and models and build the thing. Now, as soon as the market gives us back any information that is inconsistent with our assumptions, which if you're an entrepreneur, you know that happens almost every day, right? I mean, if you want to get kicked in the face a lot, you've got two choices. You do martial arts or you become an entrepreneur. That's life, right? And so you got to get really good at getting back up off the floor, grit, resilience, and you got to get really good at trying new things and adapting to that information. And so that's where meditation comes in, because if you wind up with very fixed assumptions as an entrepreneur, that is the fast track to the graveyard of entrepreneurs, right? If you are unwilling to adapt and change, and this isn't just in terms of model, but it's in terms of your own thought processes, how you are approaching your team, how you are approaching your model, how you're approaching your product, how you're approaching feedback, then almost nothing else matters. You are going to commit self-sabotage and suicide within that business. But if you are able to dissociate your assumptions, and just if you can identify them as such, right? These are my assumptions. They are not anything more than that. This is very much consistent with a lean model, which is not based so much on a long-term roadmap where we identify the gospel truth about this business and this market, but it's much more about how can we have a conversation with the market and expose ourselves to that market feedback at faster rates so that we can learn, adapt, build the best product over time, and win faster. In a lot of ways, that's a meditative approach to iterating your business. Because what meditation does is it says, well, what we know, what we think we know, is a map of the past. But what is going to get us forward is going to be change. It's going to be insights that we don't have. It's going to be, information that we don't yet have. And in those things lies opportunity, right? We might have the greatest idea ever, but if we are unwilling to learn, adapt, and listen to what the market is telling us, well, then you are truly relying, your strategy is truly hope. Like that's it. Your strategy is hope. But if you can do that, you may still be optimistic and hopeful, but you are also adaptable. You're going to be agile. You're going to be able to change your assumptions over time and your product and relationship with the market. And that's a powerful, robust way of, in my opinion, doing business and doing entrepreneurship. I've had to face it in my own business, and I've seen it countless times with clients at relatively high levels of business. Well, I think I said my spiel. But let me know what you think on this topic. If you're an entrepreneur, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. If you're not an entrepreneur, we'd love to hear your comments in the comments section. And other than that, like, subscribe, be weightless. See you in the next video.